Pharmacy. Pharmacy. Doctor Pharmacy. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Our cab driver has a brother who's a pharmacy in Baltimore.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you
awesome.
never know where you're going to end up.
Yeah.
Take pictures of him now. There he is with the white sash. DJ just talking to his friend. See him? Look. Yep, see him right there. Era faccio para il fuoco. No problem. What you got in there to eat? You got anything in your purse to eat? What happened? Did you take them out? Did you take them out?
My name is Tom Tenho, and I'm the Associate Dean for Student Affairs. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the University of Illinois Carroll H. Redsky, or Herbert M. and Carroll H. Redsky College of Pharmacy. I've got to get used to the new name. Welcome to our spring commencement ceremony. Today's music is provided by the Circle Center Brass Quintet under the direction of Michael Hope. They're wonderful music. This commencement ceremony brings together members of the University of Illinois family, including students, college administration, faculty, staff, relatives, alumni, and friends. Before we begin the actual ceremony, I'd like to ask that everyone be able to enjoy this meaningful event. So would you please take a moment to make sure that your cell phones or pagers are on silent or muted so that it won't distract from the ceremony. So thank you for that. All right, are we ready to begin? Yeah. At this time, I present to you the administration of the University of Illinois Chicago and of the College of Pharmacy. And now I'd like to present to you the members of our distinguished faculty, our Golden Grads, and our guest footer. Please come forward. rise as you are able and join us in the singing of the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. The words can be viewed on the screen. Graduates and guests, please be seated. A huge thanks to Anna Jacobson for her wonderful voice. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce the Dean of the College of Pharmacy, Dr. Glenn Schumann.
Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you to all the parents, family members, and friends of our graduates for being here for this celebration. As we get ready to celebrate, I just want to ask, are you ready to celebrate? Yeah, a little louder. That's good. So this we need to make the most raucous party of any on campus today, maybe for the whole week. So I'm going to need your help. But any good party requires some dancing, I think. And I was practicing my dance moves for this event. Some of you know, I think I'm pretty good at dancing, although that could be debatable. But I'm going to need you to help because I was doing a spin on the ground with my feet up in the air, and I threw my back out. So I'm gonna call on you to help me in dancing during this party. But don't worry, I'm good. I know a lot of pharmacists, and they got me medicated, so I'm well medicated. So if the spirit moves you during this program, please feel free to get up and dance. So getting back to the actual script, sorry about that, script guy. Let me make some introductions. In the very first group that I want to introduce, the most important group here are these beautiful people here in front of us. Can I have all the BS, Masters, PhD, and PharmD students stand? Let's give them the first. Okay. Now I need to introduce the people sitting behind me on the platform. First, we have the distinguished university and campus administrators. So let me read their names and please stand as I call. Timothy Killeen, President of the University of Illinois System. Marie Lynn Miranda, UIC's Chancellor. Robert Barish, Vice Chancellor for Health Affairs. Matthew Pajak, Vice Chancellor for Finance. Joanna Grodin, Vice Chancellor for Research, and Michelle Mariscalco, Associate Vice Chancellor for Health Sciences, Academic Affairs. We're so fortunate to have all of you with us today. And next, I'll introduce the leadership of the College of Pharmacy, starting with Kevin Rinn, Vice Dean of our Rockford campus. And our most delightful faculty member, the Executive Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, Stephanie Crawford. Self-proclaimed most delightful, by the way. Next, we have Joanna Burdett, Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Education. Andy Donnelly, Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs and Executive Director of Pharmacy. Kristen Goliak, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Mary Moody, Associate Dean for Professional and Government Affairs. Clara Okuri-Owe, Associate Dean for Diversity and Inclusion, Director of Urban Health. Dale Rush, Associate Dean for Administrative Affairs. And you already met Tom Tenhoe, who's Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Next, I'd like to introduce our commencement speaker, Jennifer Perry. Jennifer is the Chief Strategy Officer and Head of Commercial for Bicycle Therapeutics and an alum. We'll be hearing from her soon. And now I'd like to introduce those who contribute most to our students, and that is our distinguished faculty. Please stand as you're called. The faculty of the Department of Pharmacy Systems, Outcomes and Policy, and their head, Todd B. The faculty of the Department of Pharmacy Practice. Their head, Judith Contescu. And finally, the faculty of the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and their head, Nancy Freitag. Okay, we have some guest alumni on the stage with us who I'd also like to introduce. First, we have a group we call Special Hooters. If you all would stand, please, Special Hooters. These alumni are parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and partners of our graduates, and they'll be participating in the hooding of their graduate today. Thank you to the Special Hooters for being here. Finally, let me recognize another important group of alumni with us, our Golden graduates. Golden graduates, if you please stand if you're able. Ladies and gentlemen, individuals before you here graduated from this college 50 years ago. We've invited them here this afternoon. We invited them here this afternoon to both celebrate their career accomplishments, but also to serve as professional role models for our new graduates. And wait, don't sit down yet. I realized on the way here today, they graduated in the mid-70s. That was the height of the disco revolution. And I understand after talking to some of them at lunch that they spend more time in the hall dancing than going to class. And so I thought a way to really kick off this party was to ask them to show us some of their dance moves. Yes. So I actually have some music queued up. Music, please. Everybody's got to dance. the honor of introducing the University of Illinois President, Dr. Timothy Killeen. When he took office in 2015, Dr. Killeen brought more than 3 decades of experience as a teacher, researcher, and administrator in public higher education and in top leadership positions with national scientific research agencies. Dr. Killeen is committed to continuing the University of Illinois system's rise as a global leader through academic programs that transform students' lives and by pioneering innovation that drives progress and economic growth. Please join me in welcoming the President of the University of Illinois, Dr. Timothy Killeen.
Good afternoon. Are you all limbered up? Congratulations to the University of Illinois, Chicago Redsky College of Pharmacy class of 2025. I have to say I just came from the College of Nursing and they raised the rafters and the rafters were trembling up there. I'm going to the College of Education. I hear a lot about pharmacy. Let's give that a little more try. Congratulations, class of 2025. Anyway. To be here with you to celebrate your commencement. Just an unbelievable joy for me, and I'm sure for all of you too. If you do nothing else today, look around and take it all in. The pageantry, we're dressed up, yes, I'm silly dancing, I guess. The smiles, and yes, the nerves and the relief and the anxiety flowing out into the cosmos. Absorb every ounce of real joy in this room, in this moment. You can feel it. This is going to be a monumental day in your lives like no other. You may not fully appreciate it yet, but your travels through the last few years have provided many challenges, I'm sure. Late nights, early wake-up alarms, just for starters, and many of you, I know, juggled school, family responsibilities, and so much more, all to get here today. And I hope that along the way you make many, many deep friends, lifelong friends that will link you to this institution and therefore your life. So, as I say with some experience, make the most of this moment. It's your moment. Take a phone full of selfies and record videos of yourself and your families, because I can tell you from first-hand experience that you may not look exactly the same 40 years from now. More hair back then, apparently. And when the time comes, thank everyone, sincerely, from your heart, for being there. They had your back all along the way. Your supporters, your family, compañeros, everybody who's been there for you. Thank them sincerely, look them in the eyes and tell them how much you appreciate all their support. And when the time comes, let loose and cheer like you've never cheered before. Playing a small part in these ceremonies and experiencing all of this is a genuine privilege for us all, and certainly one of the perks of my job. Sharing all of this is an annual reminder of the power of education to fuel dreams and to turn potential and perseverance into tools for a good life of contributions. The Redsky College of Pharmacy is all of that and more. And as I stand in front of you, you soon-to-be new graduates, I also see a window into our future. Seated before me now is the next generation of citizens ready to lead our society, to build productive lives for themselves and for their families. I see our future pharmacists, of course, who will help many others lead healthier lives. Perhaps some of you will become educators too, as well as leaders, innovators, and pillars of your communities. It is a time of questioning and uncertainty, and because of all of that, as you know, we need you more than ever now. The world will benefit from the sense of purpose, the inner compass, and the drive that you have all nurtured right here at UIC, and you know what I mean, that flame that is resonant at this institution. Herbert and Carol Redsky, for whom this incredible college is now named, are remarkable examples of the powerful inner drive to serve that I'm speaking of. They were the children of pharmacists, and Herbert graduated from this college in 1946. UIC had a deep impact on their lives, and through their generosity, they more than returned that gift. Thanks to the Redskys' more than $40 million endowment, This became UIC's first donor-named college just last fall. Congratulations, College of Pharmacy, the Gretzky College of Pharmacy. So I encourage you to take inside, in your hearts, the spirit of this great university and this college with you in the world. Continue to wrestle with the difficult ideas, sometimes agonizingly painful ideas and challenges, and engage with those around you, including people you may not always agree with. Don't forget to vote. Your choices carry real power. And maybe one day you'll even consider entering the political arena yourself. We are truly fortunate to live in a democracy, but it is up to all of us to nurture and maintain it. Y con permiso, quiero hablar un poquito en español. El título que has obtenido al concluir tu carrera aquí es muy importante, por supuesto. Tus futuros pacientes cuentan contigo. Y la estabilidad y las recompensas que conlleva una buena carrera son la base de una vida próspera. Pero si hemos cumplido con nuestro trabajo, tu título es mucho más que un pasaporte a las oportunidades económicas. Espero que todos aquí, ustedes, incluyendo los padres y todo, también salgan de aquí con un sentido de propósito, una brújula interior, that inner compass, y el impulso alimentado aquí por UIC. All of us in the world need you now, need you, your competencies, your perseverance, your abilities, your flair, your dancing capacity. And the University of Illinois system that I represent also needs you too. And we need, I say that most humbly. Today you're joining a family of more than 875,000 U of I system alumni in Chicago, all over Illinois and the United States, and around the world. From every color, creed, background you can imagine. And all of them today share in your pride. So we want to hear about what happens next, all that you will see and achieve. Come back anytime you can and tell us your stories. Until then, we wish you adventure and success. And look up, the rafters are still there. Congratulations again, class of 2025.
Thank you, President Killeen. It's now my pleasure to introduce UIC's Chancellor, Dr. Marie Lynn Miranda, a nationally renowned leader in higher education and an expert in geospatial health informatics. Dr. Miranda leads Chicago's largest and only public research university. She champions a vision that prioritizes the success of students. She is deeply committed to faculty excellence, transformative research, and innovation. Her leadership broadens UIC's impact and deepens its engagement with the many communities it proudly serves. Please welcome Dr. Marie Lynn Miranda.
So I usually don't like being on the same program with Dean Schumacher. He's taller than I am. He's funnier than I am, but at least today I get to say he's not a better dancer than I am. Just saying, just saying. I am delighted to welcome all of you, family, friends, honored guests, faculty and staff, and especially our graduates, to UIC's 2025 May commencement ceremony. So I recently became a grandmother, which is completely awesome. And I want to see, are there any grandparents in the audience? Yeah, okay. This is a new group for me. I love being a grandmother. I love talking to other grandparents. I look forward to chatting with you afterwards about how each of our grandchildren are the most exquisite and perfect human beings on the planet. Looking forward to it. UIC's mission is to provide the broadest access to the highest levels of educational research and clinical excellence. Our mission is our superpower. Now, I love the idea of having a superpower. My children were young when the animated film The Incredibles came out. I'm hoping you've seen the movie. How many people have seen the movie, The Incredibles? Okay, that's good because the whole speech rolls down a hill if you don't know the movie. Okay, so we loved that movie. We watched it over and over again, and annoyingly, my son called me Edna for about a year. We used to talk at length about if we had a superpower, what would we want it to be? Flying, incredible strength, shape-shifting, invisibility, and also we just loved quoting Frozone saying, "Where's my super suit?" It's very odd. Well, I don't personally have a superpower. UIC does. Our shared mission is our superpower. Our dual mission of access and excellence accelerates student success and social mobility. We are increasingly recognized for this. We are ranked #1 in Illinois for social mobility and #10 nationally. In addition, the Carnegie Foundation recently designated UIC as an opportunity university, recognizing UIC for our success in providing both higher access to a college education and higher earnings after graduation. All of the people in this room, especially those graduates right in front of me, you give us our superpower. Each of our graduates has brought our mission to life. Your success here today proves that access and excellence can and should exist in the same place at the same time, and don't believe anyone who tells you anything differently. You know, we often find ourselves wondering whether we're making the right choices in life. After all, life is full of choices. Which school should I attend? What should I study? What job should I take? We constantly think about whether we are making the right choice. Let me offer you an alternative way of thinking about choices. Instead of focusing on whether you're making the right choice, consider instead how you are making your choices right. What do I mean by that? Your success, your fulfillment, your impact on the world, they are determined by decisions you make, but they are shaped much more profoundly by what you do in your daily lives to make the most out of the choices you've already made. This mindset isn't always easy. It requires resilience in the face of setbacks, creativity in the face of challenges, and the courage to keep pushing forward even when the path ahead is uncertain. I want to tell a story from this past December. It had been a very long week. I decided I needed to go to the gym to clear out my head, refresh myself physically. That felt like a really good choice. Had a great workout. On the way back, I tripped on an uneven part of the sidewalk and went flying. Knocked the wind out of myself, road rash all over my hands, sprained my left wrist and my right thumb, and all of this after going to the gym. That seemed a bit ironic. The lesson here was that sometimes, no matter how many good choices you make, life just literally smashes you into the ground. Honestly, that was a good reminder to me as we headed into the spring semester. Because this semester, we have been tested. Circumstances are trying to knock us down. We have battled cuts to research, multiple attempts to reduce indirect cost recovery, revocation of international student visas, attacks on in-state tuition for undocumented students, and general hostility toward the beautiful and varied culture that is UIC. But with all those good choices we have been making together, and with all the strength we have built together, and with all the good people who lean in to help, we keep getting back up. We never stray from our conviction that everyone, rich, poor, brown, black, white, urban, rural, everyone has the right to an excellent education. Everyone has the right to benefit from path-breaking research, and everyone has the right to world-class health care. because that's what we do at UIC. When we get knocked down, we use our superpower and we make the choice to get back up. That is our university. Was UIC the right choice for you? Well, you're here today on graduation. And that tells me a lot about the extraordinary choices you've made. You chose to work hard, to learn from setbacks, and to shape your own path. You decided what to study, who to surround yourself with, and where to direct your future. Every one of those choices led you to this moment, and we are incredibly proud of you. As some of you may know, I am a beekeeper. Honeybees are the most charming creatures. They work tirelessly and cooperatively to build their communities. Bees are architects, communicators, and collaborators, each playing a vital role in the collective success of the hive and the local environment. They are really good at geometry, and they produce honey, which I consider to be the most exquisite substance on earth. Like the honeybee, each of you plays a vital role in the broader world. Your dedication, your drive for excellence, and your commitment to make your choices right will shape your future and influence the lives of those around you. As you leave our campus, you will join a community of over 344,000 alumni. Rely on them, rely on each other. Take UIC's superpower with you and join it with your own superpowers. They'll serve as a strong foundation for this next stage of your journey, and you'll never have to ask, where is my super suit? Because you will be wearing it all the time. Congratulations once again to the Retsky College of Pharmacy graduates. I am so proud of all 193 of you.
Some background information on Dr. Perry. But what I want to tell you are the many reasons that she is the perfect choice to address our graduates this afternoon. Born in Milwaukee, but grew up on the south side of Chicago, Jennifer attended Loyola University for undergraduate. Her father worked at Walgreens, and though not a pharmacist, he saw the impact of pharmacists on people's lives, and he encouraged Jennifer to consider pharmacy as a career. Which she did, of course. She's a product of this college, graduating from our PharmD program in 1998. And in her career, I think she's surpassed her father's greatest expectations for the impact that she's had. Jennifer's mother, who was a nurse, also had a big influence. When her mother became ill and eventually passed away, Dr. Perry sought to transition her career to better fulfill her passion for helping patients. And Dr. Perry has done that by leading pharmaceutical companies in the development of new drugs where they're needed most. She's now the Chief Strategy Officer and Head for Commercial Development for Bicycle Therapeutics. And no, they don't make bicycles, which is what I first thought. This is a company that develops new drugs using novel bicyclic peptides, and they have a mission to create unique, impactful medications that transform the lives of the largest number of patients. Dr. Perry is known to many of our graduates here today. She's been a speaker for career development events, for student organizations, and is a mentor for some of the students graduating who are interested in careers in the pharmaceutical industry. She's a role model for success and career impact that we hope for all of our graduates. So I give you Jennifer Perry.
Thank you, Dean Schuma. I appreciate that really warm welcome. Amazing looking graduates here. I also wanted to say thank you to President Colleen, Chancellor Miranda, Vice Chancellors Barish, Fajak, and Groden, and Associate Vice Chancellor Mariscalco for having me here with you on such a magnificent day. I I'm also obviously joined here today by the University and College Administration, faculty, and staff, looking so proud of our graduates sitting here before us. Finally, what an honor to be here, able to speak to this class and feel the love of your family, friends, and their supporters. I'm truly touched and honored to be back at UIC, the school that made me what I am today, and also back in my hometown, and my first love, the great city of Chicago. So, I mentioned a few times 1998, yes. I remember sitting in your seats back in 1998 as a proud UIC flame. And I remember being told that I should be excited, I should feel proud, I should be looking forward to all that was lying in front of me. And I was all of those things. And the excitement in the auditorium was electric, just like it is today. But I have to be honest, I was also a little bit nervous. I'd been planning for pharmacy school, and then I went to pharmacy school, and I was consumed by all of the learning and the personal growth, and suddenly it was over. I remember saying to my dad, what the heck am I supposed to do now? He was like, get a job. But that's and so a little doubt crept in. So questions to myself were, did I pick the right first job for me? And the answer was no. And that's a presentation for another day. Should I have done a fellowship? Well, too late for that, honey. You missed that deadline by about 6 months. My friends were going into community and clinical pharmacy. Did they know something I didn't know? And so my job here today, 27 years later, after a very happy, fulfilling career with many amazing adventures, is to simply tell you it will all be okay. And I want to tell you a story about why it will all be okay. And here I am, a pharmacist, standing in front of graduates, very smart graduates, in the field of health sciences. And I figured after all those years of studying health sciences, maybe the last thing you wanted to hear was about health sciences today on graduation. So I'm going to go on a little bit of a limb, and I'm actually going to tell you a story about, wait for it, rollerblading. I know, not what you were all expecting on graduation day. So this story starts with a man named Scott Olson, who came from nearby Minnesota, where they proudly called themselves the ice hockey capital of the world. I just saw someone say Minnesota. Yeah, we got some Minnesotans in here. Lovely, lovely. Scott was a 19-year-old inventor, and he did something bizarre. He took an ice hockey skate, and he took off the skating blade, and he put on inline wheels. So a line of wheels on a hockey stick, you tell me? Yeah, that's weird. However, Scott was onto something. He had made the first rollerblade skate. Now, I have to ask, does anyone in here remember the rollerblades? Let me have a little show of hands. Okay, we had some rollerblade enthusiasts here. All right. Now, if you're too young to remember the rollerblade, you got to ask your parents if they had a pair, because I'm telling you right now, these were hot, hot, hot. Dean Schumacher, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Oh yeah, he looks like a man who rocked a pair of rollerblades right there. So, I was an early rollerblade convert, and the path on Lakeshore Drive in the summer was my rollerblading dream. Rollerblades would actually go on to become a $500 million industry, and that's billion with a B, back in the 1990s. But it did not start like that. Operating out of his parents' basement, Scott made mistakes. He faced bankruptcy, and he even tells stories of being laughed at as the doors were literally slammed in his face. He even had rocks thrown at him as he tried to skate across America selling his ice cream. However, he learned from those mistakes, and he skated right on over those roadblocks. And as I read his story, I said, well, his story is also my story, and it's every new graduate's story. And the reason why is 3 themes emerged. 1, positivity. Scott had constant enthusiasm for his product and the good and the fun that could bring the world. Positivity is contagious, and it's going to get you almost all the way to your goals. 2, then you add in a little persistence. He looked at every situation as an opportunity and every lead as a yes. He took chances, and it paid off. And then 3, partnership. When times got tough, he relied on his network. He wasn't afraid to reach out his hand and say, I need help. I can't do this alone. His friends, his family, and his acquaintances rallied for him. Eventually, Time magazine actually named rollerblades one of the top 100 products of the 20th century. I mean, can you believe that? The rollerblade was actually one of the best inventions in the last 100 years. Who knew? So if a 19-year-old kid from Minnesota can actually impact the world with one simple invention, just think what you all can do with the skills that you've learned here at UIC, combined with those 3 simple things that Scott's rollerblading story teaches us. Now, to our graduates, 1, stay positive. Hear my words now. Your contribution matters. Don't ever forget it. 2, stay persistent. You have the tools here from UIC now to do amazing things for humanity, and we're counting on you. 3, stay in partnership with people who care about you. They will lift you up and open more doors than you can imagine. Positive, persistent, partnership means the sky is the limit for you graduates. It will all be okay. There will always be highs and lows, but remember the positivity, the persistence, and the partnership that got you here in these seats are those 3 simple things that you can do each and every day to continue to pursue your dreams. And I know you fought hard for those dreams. However, I'm getting a feeling from the vibe from this class that you still got a lot of fighting. Don't you graduates, let me hear you. You're gonna fight hard. You have your careers ahead of you, and you have time to find exciting adventures that are gonna change this world for the better. Everyone here today supporting you is cheering you on in partnership. Now, UIC leadership, faculty, family, and friends, let them know that you love them and that you are on their side. Can I get a big round of applause for this class? I just want to thank you all again very much for the chance to be here with you today on such a beautiful occasion, and to our graduates, good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Perry. I'd now like to recognize the class valedictorians. These are the students in the PharmD and bachelor's graduating classes with the highest GPAs. This year we have 8 graduates who tied for the highest GPA in the PharmD class, and 1 graduate who achieved the highest GPA among the BS graduates. So valedictorians, please stand when I call your name so we can applaud you. Starting with the PharmD program, we have the following. Laura Bruns. Matthew Deeney. Sarah Gannis. Maria Haja-Harris. Rupa Patel. Hamdeen Husseini. Alexandra Biesbiak. And Gat Yin Young. And in the bachelor's program, we have Eva Hansen. Latin honors are awarded to graduating students who earned a cumulative grade point average that falls within the 3 categories. Summa cum laude, which is 3.9 and above, magna cum laude, which is 3.7 to 3.89, and cum laude, 3.5 to 3.74. So bachelor's and PharmD graduates who receive Latin honors as designated by the gold, silver, and bronze cords that you wear, please rise so we can recognize you as well. Just as we value and recognize academic excellence, we believe that service and leadership are important and should be recognized as well. So bachelor's, PharmD, and graduate students, if you served as a class officer or in a leadership role while a student in the college, or if you received an award for service or leadership from UIC or an external organization, please rise if you're able so we can applaud you as well.
At this time, I'd like to ask President Colleen and Dean Schumacher to come forward for the conferral of the degrees.
President Colleen, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present the following candidates for the degrees: Doctor of Pharmacy, Doctor of Philosophy, Masters of Science, and Bachelors of Science. Doctor of Pharmacy, Doctor of Philosophy, Masters of Science, and Bachelors of Science candidates, please rise if you're able. That'd be all of you.
Thank you, Dean Schumacher. Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy, Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Science, and Bachelor of Science, for which you have been presented, and hereby admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of those degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated.
All right, the minute you've all been waiting for. Today, we will begin with the recognition of our Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences degree graduates. Dr. Charles McPherson, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs and Undergraduate Education, will present these graduates. Dr. McPherson.
Good afternoon. Last year, we celebrated our inaugural class of BSPS students. And this year, we will graduate our second. I've been working with this group of scholars for well over 2 years in preparation for this moment. I am very, very proud of you. Graduates, please come forward when your name is called.
Nicole Botello. Diana Angela Kutamora Castro. Elena C. Godinez. Eva Kathleen Hansen.
Jade Loren Murphy. Hanuri Yim.
A tradition we have to honor our graduate and professional students is a symbolic placing of the academic hood onto them to signify their success in completing their respective scholarly programs. We call this hooding. The Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Science degree graduates will be hooded first. Dr. Joanna Burdett, Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Education, will present these graduates. Dr. Burdett.
The Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Science degree graduates are typically hooded by their major professors. A major professor is the faculty member who provides guidance in developing the student's research proposal, conducting the research, and preparing the dissertation. Graduates, please come forward when your name is called. I will read your thesis title, and your major advisor will hood you.
Fayeze Alisadeh.
Mechanistic study and targeted delivery of upenifeldin in castration-resistant prostate cancer, hooded by Dr. Andre Bala.
Ital Dai.
Biosynthesis, transcriptional modulation, and antibiotic antidote effect of pseudovibriamines, hooded by Alessandra Eustachio.
Demosthenes Koinas.
Null allosteric ligands of GABA-A receptors, design, synthesis, molecular pharmacology, and applications, hooded by Dr. Carol Brusick.
Corey Jack Matsumoto.
The development and applications of ultra-sensitive methods for single-cell analysis, hooded by Dr. Tom Gow.
Mario Augustinovic.
Discovery of new antimicrobial natural products from aquatic-derived bacteria, hooded by Dr. Brian Murphy.
Destiny Durant.
Development of small molecules as broad-spectrum filoviral entry inhibitors, hooded by Dr. Terry Moore.
Maneed Kim.
Exploration of molecular mechanisms of alicerazole and well known for high-grade serous ovarian cancer, hooded by yours truly.
Yi-Chan Wu.
3D optical tissue microscopy towards spatial cell proteomics, hooded by Dr. Steve Lee.
Didi Jha.
Modeling the pathophysiology of the human fallopian tube using microfluidic organ-on-chip technology, hooded by me.
Miranmayi Joshi.
Diabetes management in racial ethnic minority populations, evaluating economic and humanistic outcomes, hooded by Dr. Todd Lee.
Ashwini Zulekar Parab.
Health disparities in breast cancer, the role of socioeconomic status and multi-gene prognostic markers, hooded by Todd Lee.
Mesa M. Al-Hindi.
The impact of cost-related medication non-adherence and prospects to lessen cost burdens, hooded by Dr. Todd Lee. Please join me again in congratulating these Masters and PhD graduates.
We will now proceed with the recognition of our Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. Dr. Kevin Wren, Vice Dean, will present these candidates. Dr. Wren.
Good afternoon. Greetings, everybody. I have the honor first of announcing our hooders for the Doctor of Pharmacy graduates today. Hooding today are Drs. Veranda Chayapur, Zane Alfessi, and Lance Lineberger. In addition, there are some hooders that will, some graduates will be hooded by their guest hooders. But let me start with Dr. Chayapur. She's a clinical assistant professor in our Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and she is the recipient of this year's Golden Apple Award. So another big round of applause. This award is voted on by the students, and it singles out the most outstanding teacher for all 4 years of the program. And our next two hooders, they serve as faculty, but also preceptors. A preceptor is a professional who serves as a teacher, role model, and mentor to our students during their clinical rotations and the experiential component of the curriculum. Dr. Alfessi is a clinical assistant professor in the Department of Pharmacy Practice and also a clinical pharmacist in emergency medicine at the Jesse Brown VA. And Dr. Lineberger is a preceptor at Rush University Medical Center and adult organ transplant. These two are both the recipients of our Preceptors of the Year awards, voted on by our students as well, so a round of applause. So on to our graduates. This year we're pleased to present the graduates of the class of 2025 pharmacy program. Please come forward when your name is called, and we are going to begin with the graduates from our Redford campus.
Michaela Babcock. Tori Beddoes. Natalie Rose Bitar. Jacob James Brown. Matthew T. Deeney. Brian Jacob. Conrad R. Gasfield. Richard James Jett. Brandon G. Hanskanen. Joy Esther Igaba. Brooke Ehrlicher. Lauren Hart Johnson. Tina Renee Keene. Vikrant Kumar. Vito M. LaJoya. Michaela M. Lang. Andrew T. Lopez. Gabriel Lopez Crespo. Evelyn Liu.
Daniela Miteva Koncheva. Ifoma Christine Anjubibo. Raquel Michelle Ortiz Merced. Erica Ama Osei Badu. Eugene Park. Adriana Elisa Salazar McKinney. Joel Santana Rodriguez. Shayesta Sarkile. Ravinder Singh. Gabriel Glenn Tankersley. Bintu Tembine. Hamdeen Husseini.
Muhammad Abdullah. Miriam Abdulrahim.
Elma Abdubak.
Alicia Rose Gonzalez. Marcelo R. Gonzalez. Quadri Juan Gray. Donald Ori Hagan. Maria Haji Harris. Amna Hassan. Mandy Marie Hellman. Everton Herrera. Teresa Ho.
A special thanks to our hooders, the preceptors of the year, the Golden Apple, and the special guest hooders. Can we have a round of applause for them, please? Everybody's so happy. I love it. The smiles. RDs, graduates, do you remember at the white coat ceremony when I told you it was a commencement ceremony of sorts and I'd see you at the other commencement ceremony? This is that other commencement ceremony. You're here. All right. Bachelor of Science, Doctor of Pharmacy, Doctor of Philosophy, and Master of Science graduates, please rise. There's one little piece of business we haven't taken care of yet. Graduates for degrees often wear tassels on the right side of their mortarboards or TAMs before the degrees are conferred. But you just had your degrees conferred by President Khalil. You were just hooded. So what's it time to do? Move those tassels to the left. The turning of the tassels. And it symbolizes the completion of a significant academic milestone which you all have had. It's a representation of all your hard work, your dedication, and perseverance to earn that degree. Congratulations. Please be seated. Professor Linda Greider, one of our golden graduates, and a lot of you know personally, will be administering the oath of a pharmacist to our graduating professional students. At this time, I'd like to ask Professor Greider to come forward.
Okay, allow me just a few seconds. You all know how I can go on and on. But I just want to take in the fabulous sight I'm looking at, these faces that I've taught, that I've had the honor to get to know, and now I have the honor to get to lead you in the oath of a pharmacist. So I would ask that you just look at each other quickly and take in a piece of what I'm seeing here. Graduates and family and guests. I wish you were all standing right here from my vantage point because it's absolutely amazing. So now, I am told that you all have your programs, and in them is the oath of the pharmacist. So I'm going to have you read along with me, okay? Instead of the repeat, we're going to do it all together. So stay seated. I have a warm-up. The oath of a pharmacist is a commitment to remain a competent practitioner and to be a caring health professional. I challenge you to live this pledge to advance the good in our profession and society at large. Doctor of Pharmacy graduates, please rise if you are able and join me in the reciting the oath of a pharmacist. Now, I'm going to tell you, I want you to be loud and proud And for every line that starts with I will, I want to hear I will. Got it? Okay, let's start at the beginning. I promise myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy in fulfilling this vow. I will consider the welfare of humanity and release of suffering my primary concerns. I will treat all patients with dignity and respect. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experience, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Congratulations, class of 20. And let me just tell you, I wish you and all, everyone up here, everyone in the audience, wishes you your adventures of a lifetime in your professional career to come. And I hope you all dance. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Greider. At this time, I'd like to call on Dean Schumach to give his closing remarks. Dr. Schumach.
Thank you. All right, congratulations to all the graduates. I know you have an evening of celebration planned with your family, so let me just say a few words as we wrap up. First of all, I want to thank again our keynote speaker, Dr. Jennifer Perry. Thank you. Jennifer, I know all the graduates here will remember your message of positivity, persistence, and partnership, and like you, find their ways to a career that is rewarding and impactful. Thank you also to the Golden graduates in the back there. May your contributions to the profession of pharmacy and to your patients over the last 50 years, and also to our disco dancing skills, serve as an example for all what is possible for these new pharmacists in pharmaceutical science. And graduates, you are now alumni of the UIC Redsky College of Pharmacy. And as President Killeen pointed out, I really should say you're the first graduates of the Herbert M. and Carol H. Redsky College of Pharmacy. And as he mentioned, we changed our name to recognize the incredible support to this college by Herbert and Carol Redsky. And that was just yet another milestone for a school with 165 years of history leading this country in pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences. And you are the first to graduate with the new name on your diploma. And I'm the first dean to wear the Redsky medal, which has thrown my back out a little bit. And I did get a call from, let's see, Flava Flav and Mr. T wondering what happened to their medals. So just to be serious for a second, I am able to do that. In my estimation, you are graduating at just the right time in history. Our society needs you more than ever. When people are confused by misinformation and need a healthcare professional that is accessible, and can be a voice of reason. And so the expectations of what you can do have risen, as have the opportunities for impact. And so for the family members and loved ones here, I want to just tell you a little bit about our graduates. I'll start with those graduating with the Bachelor's of Science in Pharmaceutical Science, or BSPS. It's a small group and just a second cohort to graduate with this new degree, but we expect many more to fill this room in the years to come. BSPS graduates, if you could please stand if you're able. Thank you. The BSPS is a perfect degree if you want to start a career in pharmacy or the pharmaceutical field. And whether you go on to the PharmD program or to a graduate degree in pharmaceutical sciences or start a career working for a pharmaceutical company or another healthcare organization, these graduates will excel. So congratulations to our new BSPS graduates. And next we have the Master's and PhD graduates, if you could please stand. Audience, some of these Master's and PhD graduates are the future inventors of new drugs. They'll identify new treatments from plants and create drugs in a lab that'll save lives. And others will invent new ways for you to take your medications, new dosage forms and routes of administration to make drugs safer and more effective. And still others will help the world understand how to control the rising cost of prescription drugs, while also recognizing the many benefits that medications impart. So congratulations to all of our new PhD and master's graduates. Now we have the new Doctors of Pharmacy stand. Yes, you are the new medication experts of the world. They've been taught by faculty who are conducting cutting-edge research and developing new advanced ways to practice pharmacy. These graduates are the future leaders of the profession of pharmacy, not just in Illinois, but worldwide. They will be leaders in advancing innovative pharmacy practices, leaders in caring for patients and in safeguarding the public from medication misadventures. They will be leaders in community pharmacy, hospital pharmacy, managed care industry, and all settings where medications are produced, distributed, managed, and used. Congratulations to the Doctor of Pharmacy graduates. So to all of our graduates today, you join a network of 11,000 other distinguished UIC pharmacy alumni. Alumni like Jennifer Perry, our Golden graduates, and many of the folks on this stage. That network will be a resource for you throughout your career. So in closing, let me say that as you leave this auditorium and start the next stage of your life, wherever that may be, keep UIC as your North Star. Our promise to you doesn't end today. We'll continue to help you as you start your career, as you advance, and as you transition to new opportunities. We'll provide you continuing education, peer mentoring, networking, and help with job placement, and even the occasional reunion party, which I hope you all show up to. And by staying connected, you'll also help us. You have the opportunity to give back to the students that follow you here, to share your successes, to mentor and precept future students, and to work with our student organization. Just as you experienced the generosity of your predecessors, it's now your turn to do the same. So stay connected to UIC and the College of Pharmacy. And like our keynote speaker, Golden graduates, all 11,000 alumni and our faculty, you are UIC. Congratulations.
Thank you all for sharing this great event in the lives of our graduates. I think it would be appropriate for the audience members to congratulate and honor the graduates with one final round of applause. if I didn't take the time to thank those who have made this great event possible. The forum staff, the UIC College of Pharmacy staff, all of our great administrative leaders, the Hooders, our faculty, and all of you. So thank you all. In closing, I would like to ask that the graduates please remain seated until the platform party and faculty have recessed. This commencement ceremony is now adjourned.
Woke up heavy, still I stood up. Dust on my sleeve, still I showed up. Hands on the rail, knees like stone. One more mile on my own. Step by step, we don't break. Heart by heart, we awake. Hold that line, hold that flame. Say it again, say my name. Perseverance has a sound. Perseverance has a sound. Feet on the ground, we don't bow down. Perseverance has a sound. Perseverance has a sound. Lifting out, we carry on. We carry on. Cold in the room, long in the day. I kept my hands from fading away. Tears in my mouth, fire in my chest. I learned the weight could make me my best. Step by step, we don't break. Heart by heart, we awake. Hold that line, hold that flame. Say it again, say my name.